So we're in the middle? But we're in the middle, right? Excellent. And you have enough where it's like about this high over his head, not right at it, but a little higher. And that's it. Hi, everybody. This is Blaze. I'm here with Mario Van Peebles, and we're here at the California African American Museum and Exposition Park. We're here for the Target Sunday. That's the first Sunday of every month where they get together and do fantastic shows and events, primarily for children. Right now we have a special camera person. Who's this on the camera?
This camera person is actually a pretty cool guy, and I think he's related to me. I believe that's Michaelo Van Peebles, my son, working the camera, and thank you for giving him that chance.
Okay, we're going to show him at the end of this interview, but we're here about something very serious today. We're talking about a project that you brought here to show. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the movie that I had brought today is called Poetic License, and actually Michaelo's in the movie.
Really?
As well, yes. He's not only here as our surprise guest cameraman, but he also
he's
appears
the next generation, what you're trying to tell.
That's
yeah,
right.
Okay.
But it's a movie about the First Amendment, and as you know, the First Amendment is the cornerstone of our democracy, and it deals with free speech. Do you have the right to say what you want to say? And that's always been a problematic area in America, but it's really important to Americans to keep in mind that we do have the right here, the First Amendment, to free speech.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the pieces the piece that I dealt with is about the whole First Amendment thing. And what we believe is that free speech acts like a valve. And as Brother Malcolm said, if you take a pot, and you put some water in it, you keep the lid on it, and you put the fire under the pot, eventually the pot will start to boil, and if you keep the lid pressed down tight, it'll explode. But if you take that same pot and you let the steam out now and then, the pot can boil a lot longer. Yeah. And so the First Amendment kind of acts as a valve. And if you don't let people, as you know, communicate through art or through song or through rap or whatever it is, they'll find other ways to communicate, and eventually it becomes communicating through a car bomb, communicating through something else. And so that's kind of, this is so important that we have the right as Americans to free speech.
I saw someone say that. What's the gentleman's name from New Jersey, the subject of this?
The poet laureate at the time from New Jersey was Amiri Baraka.
Okay.
And this brother was talking about it. So I got to have Amiri Baraka in Poetic License. And when you come to this event and you see Poetic License, you'll get to see the whole deal on it. Now,
you graciously allowed me to film. I must have filmed about 20 minutes of it, and it is my intention, if it's all right with you, to actually show as much as I got. Because I thought it was so very important, because it wasn't just a black person talking about black rights, it was Americans talking about American rights. Is that more like what it is?
Absolutely, and the reason I did this movie was not to make money, but to get people thinking. Anytime in a democracy that you get folks thinking, when they're viewing art, you can also get them hopefully thinking when they're in the voting booth and they're voting.
Yeah.
And so you show as much of that as you need to show.
Yeah. You know, and another thing about art, until just recently, people couldn't read or write. Right. So art, paintings, things like that was really transmitting information on a very high level for year after year, century after century until just now. And it's still very important, and it must get out there. So now that you've done this great film that I saw, that I would have paid to see, I saw it for what I would have paid, how do you show it? I mean, does the media allow you to show it the way you'd like to? Or?
Well, in this particular case with Poetic License, it's showed on Court TV and the Sundance Channel, but it's also, you can get it at the local video store.
Okay.
So you can go to the local video store and say, I want to get Poetic License, and see it. And like I said, it's really important to be able to communicate and to make, if you can, to make art that raises the bar. So if you're going to entertain, make some edutainment.
Yeah.
Put some little educations. Put some nutritional value in your work.
That's why I come to this place.
And raise the bar a little bit and get folks thinking and lifting. And that's real key, man.
Yeah. It was a powerful and well done piece. I guess that was like low budget.
Well, it's a documentary.
It didn't look low budget to me.
It's a documentary, but I try to, I always believe that moving pictures should move, and that we're out there musically. Look at all the colors and flavors that we bring, and I think that cinematically we can bring all that art and the beauty to it. Why not make it beautiful? So folks can watch and go, oh wow, we can do all that and more.
Yeah, I did a show with someone, and they said, you see all these awards, and there really should be a place for documentaries and fine art to come and get an award, as opposed to all the hip hop and rap. And do you agree with that?
That's a good point. I think we have literary awards.
And you mentioned a place, and this will be the end of it. You mentioned a place where you went, where they do a monthly thing and allows people. Tell us a little bit about that.
The Black
place.
Documentary Filmmakers have a group, affiliated with the AFI.
Yeah.
And I went on, I think it's once a month, and it was killer, man. There were some brothers and sisters from all around the world, and they brought their work, and we showed Poetic License there, and it was
What's the
great.
name of it again for our viewers?
My movie?
No.
Oh,
everything. All of us.
Well, that was the Black Documentary Filmmakers.
Okay.
And it's a bad group.
And the name of your film?
My film is called Poetic License.
And when did it come out? This year?
Yes, it was last year.
Last year. Okay. Well,
thank you, Michaela,
what we're gonna do
for shooting us.
Is hold. Then we're going to get the family together. Boom, shoot. Show them, everybody, say goodbye. And that
you got it. Sounds good.
Cut.
I'm Mario Van Peebles. You know what? I got a little something special for you here. I'm going to try it out. Michaela, do you know how to remember your rap? Just do part of it. Introduce yourself.
My name is Michaela Van Peebles. And I don't know.
Michaela with a Y?
Oh, yeah. Michaela with the Y, like in technology, from the Game Boy to computer to the PSP.
That's pretty good. That'll work. Morgana?
No, I'm not doing it.
Come on, man.
The name is Morgana, twice as nice. Voulez-vous en français? I can give it spice. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, yes, a merry old soul was he. But I'm a king soul, and I'm not old, I'm a little girl, you see. With long curly hair and big round eyes, the bilingual rapper that can hypnotize.
Good, Mandela.
Hi, I'm Mandela.
Hello, I'm Chitra.
MVP, Big Daddy, I got all my cool kids hanging out with me. Thank you for having us on. All right, brother.